Yeah, so Microsoft again, right?
See, you fucked it up. You fucked it up. You could have just said some Microsoft, huh? And then we could have done this whole bit of like, hey, just like the first episode.
How
But
am I
no,
supposed? I can't
it's
imitate that shit.
uh,
It has to be natural. I said.
you can't imitate the dryness anymore.
No, listen. You can't make this up. It has to be natural.
All right, yeah,
All
sure.
right.
What are those types of actors called? The one
Meth.
that method? Yeah, method acting. All
What?
right.
Was? Oh, huh.
Oh, everybody fucking hated Tom Hardy when they were recording Mad Max Fury Road.
I never saw that. There's some context there, so I'm guessing there's something funny happened.
No, he took the whole role too seriously because he's a method actor.
Oh,
And method actors, people don't like working with them because they tend to act like assholes on stage. Not because they're actually assholes, but because of the way they think the character is.
okay.
The worst case of this, I think, was Jared Leto as Joker.
Oh, when he started like giving people away stuff,
Yeah,
like fucked up boxes.
yeah. He gifted one of his co-stars a dead rat in a box.
I would kick his ass for that. Nah, fuck off.
Yeah,
Fuck out of here with that dead
and
rat.
and then he was Morbius. Then we had that Morbin time meme.
To this day, I have not seen that movie, and I'm still not sure if he actually says that shit.
You know what? I'll leave it to the imagination.
No.
Hello, episode 2 of Meter Burn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what was supposed to be a fighting game related podcast, since it's in the title, and we were gonna talk about fighting games.
I don't know where you're fighting, all right.
We were gonna talk about fighting games this week. I thought we were gonna talk about fighting games, but not 24 hours passed after we recorded episode 1, and then Xbox just couldn't help themselves and shot themselves on the foot again. Like it just kept going. It got me so angry that had we waited one day, we could have had more ammo. And it's like, oh, so this is how people feel when like they record an episode and they go in on a topic, and then not 24 hours later some more bullshit comes out. And they're like, well, now we have to wait a week to approach that thing.
Man got shot. Man, Xbox shot themselves in the foot, and the problem is the gun was still loaded and I was still shooting. Somebody take that gun away from them at this point. Just keep doing it.
No, they paid $77 billion to own the gun.
Fucking $77 billion for the dumbest gun. Right.
Hey, but it's pretty gun, right?
No. No, it's fucking. You ever play Metal Gear? Engravings have no tactical advantage, motherfucker. Make you look like a dipshit. Look at Ocelot.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
We do not tolerate Ocelot. We do not tolerate Ocelot slander in this household.
Hey, I will slander that man before the revolver. After revolver, sure. When he was just Ocelot, nah, fuck this kid. When he became Revolver Ocelot, I'm like, yeah, he's alright.
There's Ocelot, BR before Revolver, and AR after. Okay. Alright. What about, is there an era called before Troy Baker and after Troy Baker?
Before Troy Baker, I don't know. You probably have to find something.
Alright, episode. Well, maybe one day we'll get to Metal Gear Solid 5. I know somebody that has a lot to say there. But, episode 2. We are now 4 minutes and 35 seconds in, and we haven't, like, popped meter yet. So that's good, right? We're still warming up.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have that much anger in our hearts as much as we did last week. So, you know, maybe this time we'll actually get more juice out of our weeks to prepare us for what is clearly been a slow news week, right? Yeah?
Sure. Slow.
Yeah. Slow news week. Yeah. Do
Hey,
you
you
want to
be
talk about
slow.
your week first? Because mine had a lot.
My week? My
Yeah.
week was boring. I'm almost finished my university for the year, so that's fun. Uh, I finished Caligula Effect 2.
There you go. Yeah.
It was a game. That's the
Yeah.
most I'll say about it. Like, hey, yeah, this is a game. I finished Hi-Fi Rush.
Uh-huh.
And like, damn, no wonder everybody's so fucking pissed. And like, yep, no wonder.
Did you like
And
did you like the Xenogears reference?
why is this here? Who is this for?
So I have a little story regarding that reference. In that, because the way Japan works with how licensing and referencing works,
Yeah.
so Tango GameWorks had to call up Square Enix and ask for permission to do that reference.
Really?
Yes, otherwise it would get sued. That's the way things work in Japan. And Square was like okay with the idea, but they had to ask, "Are you sure that this is what you want as a reference? Not a character, not like a screenshot, not gameplay or even the robots. This scene, this specific scene, that's the one."
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
went, yes.
Super niche. Like the 4 people that get this will pop off, and I'm pretty sure they did.
I popped off, and I know 2 others that popped off, and I could look up the reactions on like the clips for that, but I'll show you those later. But
Yeah.
yeah, anybody that knows, they got the reference.
I know one of my friends is playing the game, although I don't think he's gonna get it because he played Xenosaga. I'm not sure he played Xenogears. So if he would have played Xenogears, he might have gotten it. That's funny. So I went through that. Great game. Microsoft, what the fuck? And now I'm playing now I'm between playing Stellar Blade or that new Neptunia game that came out. So yeah, that's been my week.
They're still making those.
Fine. It's fucking. I'm pretty sure they make those games at like a $2 budget, and they make like $500 back each time. So I think you ever heard of actual what's the fucking how do you say reusable energy? Yeah, well, reusable games right here, and they get away with it every year. No one's stopping them.
So they're using the Yakuza strategy
Of
of
course, let's just reuse everything. Call it a day. I've seen that one dungeon since Neptunia 1, and they're still getting away with it.
is it the one in the forest?
Yeah,
Oh my!
yeah, that's the one. Just
Neptunia's
with
Green
new
Hill
layout
Zone.
every time, same music. I'm like, damn, these people are fucking. They can't keep getting away with this. Also, they also got talking about music. For like I think it was Mega Dimension. They got indirectly it was Nobu Uematsu. So basically, they've got some mileage out that music, by the way. Because mainly they're really good tracks. So they've been abusing that music. I'm like, yeah, I won't stop them. Listen, I ain't gonna give a shit. Call of Duty's right there. At least this game has more originality than every yearly release of Call of Duty. So fuck them.
All right. I wanted to bring this up when you messaged me like a couple days ago when you beat Caligula 2. So you called it a high 6, right?
Yeah.
If you were to round that number up, would it be a 7? Well,
Yeah.
okay. I'll take that. I take those.
Like the only reason it's not a 7 is because chapters 1 through 4 are basically I don't care about this game. The story does nothing to me. Man, those space animations are in my nightmares till this day. Like holy shit.
Yeah, it's a budget game, and it shows.
Like oh boy, I can't believe Neptunia had better face animations.
Okay.
And the actual awakening scenes were garbage. So that's about it.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
it's funny to hear you say this
Mm-hmm.
because you haven't played one, and I'm not gonna push that evil on you.
Oh no,
But
you
but
need that right over there.
if you want to see just how bad it used to be and how good 2 is in comparison, just think of that, right? 2 was a step up in every single way.
Here's a fun little or tidbit. Because normally I would play Caligula 2 in a PlayStation party with my friends, and once in a while I would stream it to them. Yeah, sure. There was actually one friend who heard the name Caligula and was like, "Fuck, what? How are you playing that garbage? Get away from them!" Like, what were you here? And he actually played Caligula 1. He was like, "No, fuck this series." Like, damn.
Yeah.
Then he watched the anime. He was like, he doubled down. Like, no, fuck this series. I'm like, well, damn.
One
Yep.
is bad. One is bad. One is legit a bad video game, right?
Oh, shit.
And
Mhm.
I tried out 2 because people were praising it of like, wow, this is legit, like an actually good game compared to the first one. So I got curious and I sat down and played it for myself. And I like, you know me, I fell in love with that game.
Yep. Yep.
I'm not ignorant or blind to its faults. Like, it's a very cheaply looking game. It's a very cheap looking game. And
Mm-hmm.
Unreal Engine 4 hard carries that fucking game. Not gonna lie.
All right, is this Unreal?
Oh, you thought it wasn't?
No, I don't know. Like, I remember it was Unreal, but for some reason, I think it was like I was thinking it was Unreal 3, but not Unreal
No.
4. I'm like, damn.
No. Unreal Engine 4 fucking saved Japanese video games. I've been on that train for years.
Damn.
There are so many fucking games that come out nowadays from Japanese studios that use Unreal Engine 4. It's crazy.
Hey, remakes on Unreal, Unreal 4, Unreal 5. I'm like, damn.
No, both Remake and Rebirth are on 4.
Yeah.
Rebirth,
Oh, they're
Unreal
both 4.
4.
I thought Rebirth was 5 at this point.
No.
You know what? Probably part 3.
Probably. We'll talk about that at the end of the podcast. I want to share something with you that I know it's gonna pop off. So that was your week, right? Essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very much.
All right. Thank you for playing Caligula Effect 2.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
I am not going to like. I will honor our agreement, and I will play Trails in the Sky 3 when I am given an opportunity. Right.
The Sky PR.
Yeah. And then I will not force you to play 1. I will not force you to play Caligula Effect 1.
Mm-hmm.
I won't tell you what game I'm going to make you play, even though you think you know.
And I think I know.
But I think you know. But I'm actually going to turn it around, and I'm going to pick something else completely different.
Oh, he's gonna hit me. He's gonna hit me with the mix up.
Yeah, you thought I was going to say one game. I'm going to say another, but that's for later. Okay, that was your week.
Mm-hmm.
And now we go for mine. And this one might take a while because I had a big week. I had a pretty big week. Big things happened. So let's start off with what happened after we finished episode 1. We finished recording. I remember, so I hopped on Discord with some buddies of mine, hung around, and then around 11:30 or so, logged off, shut down Discord, and I was about to turn off the computer when I remembered you mentioning something about Star Rail, about how Robin came out and she was so super broken, how she's just the new meta.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I don't go outright new meta, but no, it's like, yeah, you should probably get this character.
Okay. So I went, you know what? I'll try. I know for a fact that I'm like 10 pulls away from hitting pity. So I'm just going to go for it. So I turned the game on, right? Signed in. I did my dailies. I had enough to do the temple. And I got a 5-star.
Was it Yangqing? It
You
was.
didn't.
Was it?
You didn't even let me tell the story.
All right.
Why are you spoiling?
It's like no, don't worry. It's like I've heard the story like 4 times at this point, and I may have also been a victim to this bullshit. But yeah, no, I'll keep going.
So I get this 5-star who shall not be named.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, okay, I've heard the stories. I know what's up. It can't be as bad as people say. So
Mm-hmm.
I look up 3 different tier lists for the game. And this character is bottom 5.
Yep.
In fact, they are so bad, they are the only 5-star in bottom 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, I do not like rolling the gacha in this game. I think I've said this before to you and my other friend that plays this game. I despise having to actually interact with the gacha elements of Star Rail. Like, if this were just a $60 single player turn based RPG, I would not feel the way that I do with this game.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that this might be a me issue, right? I get that because we tend to disagree whenever I bring up opinions with gacha games,
Mm-hmm.
like that their time sinks and the amount of time and effort needed to get everything the way a person would want to.
Yeah, basically live service games.
Yeah,
That's what they are in the end.
yeah, and I just have this moment of I do enjoy playing this game, and I enjoy like the writing and some of the characters and the locations. If this were just a single player game that I could just buy and never have to think about ever again, that'd be I feel like I would enjoy this game more.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to solely if I were to treat this game the way I did Grand Order when that game came out, of I have no 5 stars and the few that I do are just like characters I do not care about, and their playstyles are so unique that I just do not want to use them. So instead I just ran through the whole first arc of Grand Order using 3 stars and 2 stars and grailed 1 stars. If I could do that for Star Rail, just using the 4 stars, like I know some people do, I feel like I would have an easier time just not paying attention to the rolls.
I'm pretty sure you can probably get away with it. No, I'm 100% sure you can just do it.
And
Like the first 4 stars you get are really good, and the actual free ones you get are also super good. So there you go.
and I know that I could do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's also this feeling of the game. Maybe this is me again. Maybe this is just me overthinking it. But it really does feel like if you do not have one of these like really good meta characters or somebody in like A or above, you are severely limiting yourself, and you're not going to be able to do any of the high end content that rewards you for properly building your characters and teams in very specific ways. Like what is it? The name of this thing? Not the mirror dimension. The other one, the one with the blue bird.
Pure Fiction.
Yeah, where you need to have specific characters that work in very specific ways in order to get a high enough score to get the 3 stars, and then you get the clear, and then you get rewarded with a bunch of shit.
Basically, a lot of AOE.
Yeah, and I don't have that. I do not have a single character that can play the way they want me to in this manner. So it's like, okay, I can't do pure fiction. let's go to what is it? The mirror worlds?
Yeah, Memory of Chaos.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, we want you to do this fight in this specific way, and the only way you can do this fight in the way the game wants you to do is if you have any of these specific characters. I don't have any of these characters, so then you're not like you're not doing it within the specific set of time the game wants you to do, so you're not going to get the full rewards. And one thing leads to another, which leads to another, and I just find myself thinking, why am I playing this game if I'm going to be locked out or like punished for not owning any of the characters that the game wants me to have?
Well, for obvious reasons. Getting to the end of that is obviously, oh no, we want you to pull the new character because, hey, that's how they make their money. Now, there is a division on, hey, there's a lot of 4 stars that will actually hard carry you through this. Like, for example, Pure Fiction, the tier 0 DPS. Yeah, that's free.
Yeah, it's Herda.
That's Herda. Similarly, Universe Getter. Yeah, congratulations, you won. I did it. No, it's fucked. Like, the standard banner 5 stars that you will eventually get, they will help you out and they will take you over. As for the limited banner 5 stars, yes, they're a hyper carry. Yes, they're what's gonna let you do this the fastest way. And yeah, you'll probably need them for floor 12 because floor 12 is meant to be like, no, fuck you. But you can still make it for like floor 10, 11. Also, you can just ignore it because trust me, I ignored that shit for like 6 months because I could not care.
So let me get through my train of thought before we derail this. Because derailing in a podcast, who would have thought? Totally not referencing that Destiny tangent you went on last week. I heard 2 different opinions on that, by the way. I heard a person that like was almost died of laughter hearing you talk about Destiny, and I heard another person that was frustrated calling you wrong.
Hey, they can call me whatever they want.
just telling I heard different opinions on that.
I'm glad somebody was annoyed and somebody enjoyed it.
Exactly. Which is all you could ask for, really. So the feeling I got from the limitations that I was feeling in Star Rail remind me of when I was playing 14. In that, I know, completely different setting. This one's a live service gacha game, the other's an MMO, but hear me out. I was of the mentality that I wanted to see everything in 14. I wanted to see
you're insane.
Yeah, I wanted to do the raids. I wanted to do all the side quests. I wanted to, the side quests that mattered. I wanted to do all the class quests, whether they were battle classes or crafters and miners. Yeah, I wanted to see everything the game had to offer. And that includes the high tier raids, right? With high tier raids, you have to properly equip yourself.
Yes.
You need to grind out items and materia to then equip set materia into your weapons or your armor. You needed the right armor, which meant you needed to know somebody that would take the items you gathered and craft them into that armor, or just buy them, which also meant you had to grind out money to.
All right, I can probably give you some piece of advice for both games, but keep going.
And I know that these are all problems that are solvable, right? It's just me having. Have you ever heard the term mind goblins?
Yes.
So that's me with these games, with these particular issues of I just cannot stop thinking about these very specific problems that might not be that, problematic to anyone else, and they hamper my enjoyment of the game. I would have loved to do Ultimate Weapon Ultima Weapon Ultimate, but
okay.
Yeah, and stuff. I wanted to do that one. I wanted to do the one in not Heavenwards, Stormblood, was it? I just wanted to do all of them.
Yeah, I think I know which one it is. The Dragon Song Ultimate.
Maybe. I just wanted to do all this hard content, but it required a certain amount of effort and time on my end that also felt like there was also the added element of luck to it. And once we get to that point of really nothing is within my control when it comes to getting that stuff, when it comes to getting these specific items or materia, then I give up. Like something in me just clicks and it
I'm
turns
never
off.
doing this.
I'm not doing this. I give up. And I just walk away. So
Okay, so
no, go ahead. I'll tell you what happened later.
so here's my advice for. So let's start with Starro. So what you want to do in Starro is, do you see that high-end content? No. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. Do you know what you're going to do in Starro? You're just going to go do the story, enjoy your time. By the way, that Pentacone story was super good.
Yeah.
Then you're going to do whatever monthly event you have. You're going to save up your gems. You're just going to go look at a character and go like, yeah, I want this character. Honestly, no joke. If you were to start right now, just finish the story and do the event, you could probably get that new character right now because this game gives you gems like you would not believe. This is not Grand Order. We do not hate you that much. Do you see the end game content? No, don't touch it till you're ready. You're supposed to give it time. I didn't start doing that till like a few months ago when I actually got motivated. And you have to like race up everybody. Just leave that alone. Just do whatever you can because you can at least like floors 1 through 5, whatever. Just leave that alone. Just go to a story. Have fun with the game. Enjoy the writing. It's really comedic. There's fate reference for some reason.
Yeah, I saw that image.
This is like, what do you mean this man's going unlimited play works? What do you mean they actually mentioned strange fate? These people are insane. Right? That's that. Now let's go over to 14. Right? Hey, you see that high-end content that you're talking about? I'm going to put this really simple. You're never going to do it. I'm going to crash your dreams right the fuck now. You are never going to do this content. Give up. That's it. Give up. I have gone through savages. And I'm going to tell you something, buddy. Oh, no. You're not going to do because you're giving me the, you're giving me like, oh, I need to get the gear, the materia, and all this shit. No, Brian, that's the easy part. No, this is, I could right now turn on 14, get that gear in like an hour if I really wanted to. I could get even better gear in a few weeks by doing alliance trade. No, I will tell you the real enemy of this high-end content. Do you know what a static party is?
Okay. And this is where my ignorance regarding MMO terms and 14 comes into play. I only played with randoms. I never did I almost never partied up with anybody I knew with the game because outside of you and a couple of personal friends, I never had enough to do a full raid or a full party. So I don't know what static is.
All right. A static party is a preset party with people that you're going to use to like do content. Now, I'm going to put this real easy. You see ultimates over there?
Yeah.
You need to have a static party. You're not doing this shit with randoms. At any point.
All right.
You either A, have to go on Reddit and find a static party. B, try to form a static party in-game. It's going to suck. Or C, go to some Discord server and get somebody to do that. We both know you're not doing that. Come on.
The real skill issue was the human interaction all along.
Yes. And option D, which is the one that can either... You have like a 10% chance of this happening. Option D is getting 8 friends to do this shit. No, you're not getting 8 friends. Stop the cap. You do not know 8 people who are willing to dedicate hours of their lives for this bullshit. Trust me, I've tried. I think it was around Stormblood or Shadowbringers. Definitely in Shadowbringers. So during Stormblood, me and my buddy, when Shadowbringers was like about a few months away from coming out, my buddy said, "Hey, you know what I want to do? I want to get. Have you heard of the special mounts you can get? The special raid trial mounts?
Yes.
Okay. So did you know that you get it for an expansion pack? If you get all the mounts,
You
you
get
can
a
do a
special
special quest. Yeah.
Yeah, you get all the ones, and then you get a quest that gives you access to a special one that proves, hey, he did the grind.
Yeah, there you go. So during Stormblood, one of my friends just decided, hey, so I want to do something. Sure, why not? I'm gonna bring you because I know you're competent with this shit, so why not? Sure, why not? I want to do these trials, the savage trial, no, the extreme trials. Like, yeah, I have no problem with this. I've never done this, so let's fuck around because I want to get this mount. It was the Stormblood 1000xLAYOFFS mount. That thing looks cool. Okay, let's do it. So we started off on Seryu. Seryu Extreme. And that's when we learned, oh, we're playing the game wrong. Oh, this is not how you play the game at all. And that's when we had to go and we had to figure out how material works, how melting works, and how all this bullshit goes out. That's when we learned, hey, you should probably go on the market board and you should buy that special gear that's like the second highest item level. Hey, you know those dailies you're doing that's giving you these tombstones? Yeah, you should probably get the armor you get from that. Hey, you know that alliance raid? Yeah, do that. That armor you get is like the third best armor you can have, and it will let you do every single high end content except ultimate. Okay, so we went and fixed that, and then that's when we learned, oh shit, material melding. So material melding, I'll tell you the problem with material melding right the fuck now. It's not the melding part. It's the get these stupid balls part. Because, hey, you want to get these balls legit? That's not even. You want to get these stupid materials legit? Hey, so you need to run dailies. You need to do run hunts. You need to get I think clusters or some shit. Then you need to trade it into someone, and this is a slow process. You're not doing this way. Stop it. You're gonna go into a market where you're gonna put in like 100,000 gil. You're gonna buy like 20 of them bitches, and you're gonna find somebody's material meld online. You're just gonna copy it and call it a day. Hey, your DPS, yeah, you'll find like 1,000. Hey, your tank, fuck. Hey, you're a white mage. You know what? I feel bad that you're healing these, by the way. So yeah, I don't think they're that expensive. Then you're gonna meld them. Melding is easy. Just hit the meld button, call it a day. Good. Now learn to fight. And I mean learn that fight. To its credit, I'm gonna divide like this. So at some there's a certain point where you need a static, at a certain point where you don't. Extreme raids, do it with randoms, you're fine. Regular ass raids, not savages, do it with randoms, you're still fine. High-end duties that are basically whatever came out on that patch. And okay, if it's a raid, you can still do it with randoms. It's gonna take you a while, you're gonna be annoyed. If it's a if it's a savage raid, okay, if you're gonna, you kind of want the static at that point. You can do it with randoms. You kind of want the static because you're gonna have a motherfucking headache by the end of this. Now, there's actually something really important about this. Did you know that in the party finder, you can set the rules so that only people who cleared that content are allowed to join?
I did know that, yeah.
So the trick here is, normally when you're starting off, you're going to put on your party finder, this is either a learning party, because you're all here for like 4 hours to learn this stupid ass fight and maybe get a clear. Probably won't. Trust me, you won't. Or B, you're gonna put clear party. So what do you do with clear party? basically, I think you can lock it so only people that actually did that raid, already cleared it, will join you. And since you're in a clear party, is expected you know the fight, but you'll still be semi-carried through it. Because here's the important part. The minute you get that clear, everything else is free game. The game just went from super hard to, oh, this is easy. Because as long as you only join parties that are set to only if you clear, everybody knows what they're doing. You're gonna get the odd party once in a while where somebody was obviously carried and they don't know what they're doing, and now the raid is dead and everybody leaves. But hey, it's not gonna happen. It's gonna happen once in a while. But normally you can just farm this shit, no problem. Okay. And then you got, so that's Savage Ask Extreme, and then you got Ultimate. You need the goddamn static. You're not gonna do this without a static. You are crazy. This is a commitment, and that's that. So honestly, if you want to know about high-end content, my stopping point, my actual recommendation for normal sane people is do up to extremes if you want the mounts, right? So Savages, the trick is, if you don't want to do this shit day one because it's impossible and it's gonna suck, this is what you can do. Wait till the next expansion.
Fuck off.
I know, right? So wait until the next expansion until the item level is off. You want to know? Hey, here's a fun fact. I actually own some of the hardest mounts in this game. I have the Omega mount, like the actual giant spider you ride around.
Yeah.
Do you want to know when I got that piece of shit?
I want to say like a month or two ago.
About last year. Yeah, I roughly got it last year because as you keep going on, you keep getting stronger. So these raids keep getting easier. So last year, I just had a sub, and my friend was around like, fuck it, let's go for it. We're never gonna do this. We're never gonna have the chance again. We saw a party for doing that shit, and we just went in. And since you are so overpowered by this point, you don't have to do mechanics anymore. You just gotta burn this thing before it kills you, because it will wipe you if you fuck up too much. So you just gotta burn it before it kills you. So that's when I got that mount. Have you seen the Osma mount, like the giant ball?
Yes.
Yeah, so the super boss from 9. So for you to get this piece of shit, right? This is crazy people garbage. So you need. Have you seen Eureka?
I entered Eureka once and then I left.
Good. So what happened? So Eureka's divided into, like, I believe 4 different areas. So you gotta go in there. You gotta go into Eureka. You have to level up inside Eureka, by the way.
Yeah, unique leveling system.
Yeah, you gotta do unique leveling system. You need a party. You probably at this maybe your warriors, you can cheat it because warriors are cheaters. There you go. Undead warriors are cheaters.
Greatest decision I ever made, picking warrior.
Hey, you pick warriors attack. Congratulations, you are cheating half this game. Good for you, buddy. Next in line is red mage. That's work. I don't want it.
Hey, my second main.
There you go. See, you're already set to cheat this game. So day 1, no, you couldn't do this bullshit. Day 2000, no, yeah, you can probably cheat this. You might want to get Spotify. You want to get a YouTube video. You might want to get a podcast. Preferably not this one.
What the fuck? Then, you gotta plug. You gotta plug. What the actual fuck, bro?
So what you're gonna do is, so you need to reach, I believe, level 25 in this garbage, or it's either 25 or 30 in this garbage ass game, right? Now, for a warrior, this is easy right now, because here's the thing. When Shadowbringers came out, they added the Echo onto this. Hey, want to know how high that echo is? I believe it's 1,000% echo. I'm like, what the fuck, right? Because in order for you to do Eureka, you need to kill basic ads, basic mobs, so you can actually spawn in the fates. If you don't spawn in fates, you're not gonna level this at any point. So you need to go around. You need to kill these things, and you're gonna be here. There have been days that I started at like 7 a.m. in the morning. It was 4 p.m. and I was still in this stupid ass garbage grinding. You need a will of iron for this garbage. So you gotta go around. You gotta farm this. You gotta get people. Now, here's the fucked up part. You're probably thinking, hey, let's get somebody who's level 25. He's insane. He maxed it out. He'll help me out, right? No. Want to know why not? Because some psychopath over at Square Enix said, hey, wouldn't it be funny if somebody's 5 levels above you and he's scaling stuff for you, you don't get XP? Why would you do this? Why do people like this? So it's not like I could go right. Like, if it were to go right now and you want to do Eureka, I can't just go over there and help you. No, you're fucked. Why? Because if I'm anywhere near you in that party, you are now exempt from XP because somebody at that company needs to get fired. So,
okay.
Brian, there's pent up rage in this goddamn game mode. And I was talking about rage. Now I'm just talking about 14 and high end content in general.
Remember right before we started this episode that you said I have nothing I'm that mad about, and now you've been talking about 14 for the past 20 minutes. I'm the one that brought the game up.
You don't get it. It's like we talked about Starter. I gave you the short end of the stick. Hey, just do the story, have fun, stop fucking around with high end. Okay, and then it came to 14, and then it was all just like actual war flashbacks. Like, God, fuck this game. God, fuck this game. Because I have the receipts for some high end garbage. I thought we were gonna start this shit. It was gonna be you going off on Microsoft again. Nah, apparently it's me going off on Square Enix. No, it's me going off on Yoshi P and 14.
Okay.
Love that man. Love this game. Fuck him.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You mentioned somebody in Square Enix needing to get fired. I'm gonna raise my hand and I'm gonna put a pin on that for later. Because we're gonna talk about that. Thank you for your welcome to Final Fantasy 14 presented by Gene TED Talk. Unfortunately, we're still on my week, and we need to get a move on.
Maybe one day I'll tell you the bullshit of Baldur's Ars. Baldur's Arsenal, what the fuck you call that garbage?
So I don't even know what you're talking about, but maybe that day I also share some stories about what it is like to grind mining and what's the other one? There's mining and then there's...
So it's mining, botanist, Fisher, and then you also have the other crafters. No, don't worry, I've been there. I reached 80 with all of them.
Okay, yeah, we can share war stories on that one. So that was that section, right? And so what ended up happening after I had this moment of motherfucker, you went on that tangent and I almost lost the thread. I got Yang Xing, whatever, the fucking kid with summon swords. The kid with summon swords.
You're better off getting a 4-star. 4-star. I think Arlen is the only worst character and the only character that's worse than this kid. And that's wow. That's a low bar.
Who is that?
Arlen, I think he's a 4-star electric and he's destruction. Apparently this kid's actually worse than him.
The kid you get in the space station with electricity.
You actually get him? I did not know. Huh.
I think I got him. I don't remember. This is like last year stuff. I ran him for a little while. He's just 4-star version of that one win guy.
Oh, fucking Dong Heng.
Yeah.
Sure, let's go with that. Listen, it's actually incredible how, hey, you get these 3 4-stars, and you got like 7 really good ones, and then you got Arlen, which is basically worse than Yangqing. So I'm like, but at least this one was free. Yangqing, he stole my 50-50, and I'm gonna get him for him one day.
Okay. Mr. Summon Swords gets on one and flies around and does absolutely nothing.
Yep. Hey, but back, he's the disciple. In lore, he's the disciple of another character called Jing Liu, and she's like tier 0 or 0.5. And then at some point, you're looking at this chick, it's like, oh, so you're fucking with this kid, huh? This was a joke.
She taught him wrong as a joke.
Yeah, he probably taught him wrong as like actively just looked at this kid and said, I'm about to do the funniest shit. Like, you are literally this kid's master. You are you're like top 3 best characters in the game, and you're just fucking with this kid, huh? Damn.
All right. So I wasn't mad when I got him. I was just like, yeah, I this just isn't for me. I don't want to interact with gacha games that do this to me anymore. That's the reason I stopped playing Grey Raven, because I really wanted a character, and even though I had all the premium currency built up for her on multiple occasions, I just never got her.
It's like ironic because the gacha games that you play don't have hard pity. Well, this one does have a hard pity, so it's like, huh? Because right now, if you were to pull for a character, you are guaranteed the next character. You're guaranteed that banner character, because the way the system works is, hey, if you have a 56, 40 something chance to get the character that's on the banner. If you lose that, well, the next time it's just 100% guaranteed. Which you're probably wondering, hey, that's kind of forgiving. Why the fuck is it forgiving? Because you are kind of what's it called? The game kind of pushes for you to get more, because you know how as you get more, yeah, you're incentivized to get like more constellations, because those things can be like broken as fuck. So that's why it's kind of like there as a failsafe. But it still doesn't matter, because these characters at like Constellation 0 are like insane sometimes. So like,
I mean, anyway. Silverwolf, right?
Oh, you know, that chick at Constellation 0, that chick is like, hey, listen, you want divas? Here, have them all. I'm like, okay. Fucking Black Swan, like, oh, hey, hit triangle, congratulations, enemy's gonna die next turn. I'm like, okay. Fucking Acheron is insane. And Robin, which is on right here, I was like, hey, you want to see everybody who could become a DPS? I'm like, yeah, that sounds funny.
So, to pretty much close the story out, I gave up, right? I'm done.
Yeah.
I tapped out. After a year of having that game collecting dust on my SSD, I pretty much just uninstalled.
Yep.
And I then proceeded to go on my phone and uninstall every single gacha I had on there.
Even Limbus?
I don't play Limbus on my phone. I play it on Steam.
Oh.
Also, no.
Howard!
I don't
play clean. Where's the gacha detox, motherfucker?
I don't consider Limbus a gacha game, oddly enough. Though that might just be because I have really good luck on that game, so that's neat. I've gotten every single fucking 3-star in that game so far, outside of like 2, and one of them is limited, and it's sure to return in like 3 months. In which case, I can just use the free currency to get them, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
But I uninstalled Star Rail, and then went on my phone, uninstalled a bunch. I didn't uninstall Fate Grand Order, obviously, because I'm waiting on...
You're too deep.
Not that. I'm waiting on that Aniplex account merge thing that they announced this year.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we don't have to do like the stupid...
account recovery.
Yeah. God, that's dumb.
Almost, 7-8 years later, we finally get this?
Yep.
So anyway, I got rid of all of them. I'm just done. And this was the same day we recorded episode 1. So around 12:30 a.m.
Then I literally send you a message like a few days later. Hey, that Star Wars story is really good.
Yeah.
And then you're like, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, so that's what he meant, huh? That's funny.
So I was lying on my bed. It was late. It was late night. Nobody was up at the time. I'm just lying on my bed, staring at my ceiling, going, I am free man. I know not what I am going to do now, but I am ready for anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to boot up Parsec on my computer and boot up Parsec on my Odin 2, which is an Android-based handheld gaming device that I can just run a shit ton of games on, including the Switch. So that's funny. I went on Steam and I just started looking up all the visual novels I had installed that I hadn't played yet. And it ran like butter. I had no issues. I played the entirety of this game called I Wanna Hug This Gator. I Wanna Hug That Gator.
Okay.
I think you've heard about it before, but it's fine. Point is, I sat down, I played that thing, and I beat it in like 5 to 6 hours. And at the time, I was like, man, video games are so much fun, right? Video games are great. I look at this $15 game that I played and beat in 6 hours that I enjoyed so much. I didn't have to overthink my decisions. I didn't have to look up a guide online. I didn't have to do shit. Just sit down and play. Granted, it's a visual novel, so there's not really that much to play, but still, video games are cool. Video games are fun. So I sat down, I laid down, I went to bed at like 6 in the morning, and then I woke up around like 1 in the afternoon. I went to my computer, I booted up Steam, and on the front page, on the new and trending section, I see this little game that I haven't heard of before that just released that day. And I think to myself, that's a weird title, and that's a weird cover art, but it's cool, right? That's really cool cover art. So I click on it. I click on the link, and I go over to the game page, and I start watching that trailer. And that trailer tells me absolutely fucking nothing about the game.
Sounds like a Kojima game.
All I see is the accolades. I see awards, and it's like, okay, all right, you've got my attention. This is a neat little aesthetic, and the music is doing it. The voice acting's killing it. All right, why not? I bought it because I figured, why not, right? Might as well. I'm not doing anything. I have no obligations to anything else at the moment. This game is called 1000x Resist. And having beat the whole thing in, I want to say, like 10, maybe 12 hours or so, this is my game of the year.
Oh, just outright game of the year right now. That good?
Okay, so have you ever had this feeling, and I'm pretty sure you have, where you boot up a game for the first time, and within the first 30 to 40 seconds,
it
just clicks?
This is gonna be a trip.
Of like, oh, this is a me game.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever this ends up being, I know I'm going to love the experience.
Yeah.
So the game was so good that by the end of it, I brought up an old meme, and I mentioned this to some of my friends of, remember back when you beat 13 Sentinels, and it's like, I can never talk about this game to anyone.
Same thing.
Same thing. Like, don't mess with us 13 Sentinels fans. We can't talk about our game.
we are cursed with this information forever.
Yeah. Do not mess with us 1000x Resist fans. We cannot talk about our game. So
do you also have to curse some of your friends are like, yeah, I'll play 13 Sentinels, and they never get to it, and you're like, fuck.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And so it's like, all right. I play, what is it, the first 30 to 40 seconds, and already I can tell I love this. I am super into this. I'm into the flow, I'm into the aesthetic, I'm into this this voice acting, which I will get to. I'm in. So I do the entirety of the first chapter in one sitting. It takes me about an hour and a half. And this game is slow. Like, it is slow to before it hooks. It takes a while. The entire first area of the game, it doesn't consist much of, like, outside of you walking and talking to characters. And it isn't until you get the new mechanic. I'm not going to talk about it, obviously, but you get introduced to a new mechanic, and suddenly everything changes. Like, you are now playing a completely different game than you were like 5 minutes ago. It's like, okay, all right. I was interested. Now you've got my attention. So I finished the rest of chapter 1, and it's like, all right, this was a good introduction. It was a bit slow at the start, but this was really good. Let's see what else it has to offer. So I follow it up to chapter 2. And chapter 2 starts off really weird with pretty much drawings looking like they were made by a kid. They're like really bad.
Okay.
As a poem is being read to you, and it's like, all right, this is weird, but okay.
Getting artsy here.
Yeah, getting a bit artsy. And then you get to chapter 2 proper. You have a single conversation, and then you are pretty much shown the results of your character's actions from the end of the first chapter through childlike drawings. And it is like, these are not drawings made by a child. An artist made these, because these go from childlike drawings to, oh, that is a person being burned alive viscerally in the form of a child's drawing.
Oh no.
So it's like, okay, established. I save my game, I put the controller down, and I go, I am saving this for a time when I have nothing else to do. This was a wonderful first impression. I can't wait to see the rest of the game. I thought I was going to take my time with the game. And then the very next day, I booted it up around 7 p.m.-ish. From where I left off, right? Gene? I started playing this game at 7 p.m. Guess what time I stopped?
7 a.m.
Close. I stopped playing around 3 a.m. and I was an hour and a half away from beating the game.
She's completely locked in. No, this is a game right now.
This game, like, okay, it's been a long, long time since I got a game that hooked me this bad, right? Like, I was locked the fuck in with everything that was happening. The story, the writing, the twist, the turns. Fucking, I'm just gonna say it right now. Voice acting hard carries this fucking game. This is a Disco Elysium situation where before, like, yeah, the writing was good, but it's not, I feel like this could go a long way with voice acting. And this game, even though it is very clearly like an indie game and has a few concessions, graphical like concessions made here and there, like for instance, character models their mouths don't move when they're talking.
Sure.
And some colors look a bit too bright, other colors are a bit too dark. There's a few graphical issues here and there. It's a game made by in Unity. Holy crap, the voice acting and the art direction and the writing and the story just hard carry this fucking game, and it is fucking fantastic.
Okay. So you got a full-on, super good story. Hard carries the game. Just a really good game then.
Yeah, and so before I was reading articles and reviews about the game before I bought it, obviously, because like I wanted to know if this was a stinker because it looked really good. Yeah. And I saw a lot of comparisons being made to the Nier Automata story.
Oh, hey, yeah. Just telling me that. Oh, this is compared to Nier Automata. Probably tells me, oh, that story. Oh, that's a story then. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, people are comparing this a lot to Nier Automata story, the spiritual successor to that game story. And it's like, okay, all right, these are strong words. Are there any other comparisons that could help me out? I saw
Mm-hmm.
comparisons to 13 Sentinel story and the way that game
Oh,
story works. It's like, okay, that's 2 for 2. That
that's some strong words indeed.
that is 2 for 2. Anyone else would like to raise their hands? And the third comparison I saw is uh a little game that I know you haven't heard of called House on Fata Morgana.
Mm-hmm.
And to anyone that knows House of Fata Morgana, that is legit my favorite visual novel of all time. So okay, 3 for 3. The 3 comparisons I've seen are directly aimed to me.
Okay,
So
that's right.
I bit the bullet and I checked the game out and I could understand where those comparisons were coming from. Oh my fucking god, this game. Quick note.
Mm-hmm.
Gameplay.
Yeah.
It is I want to say it is a visual novel, but it's not. Right? It is presented like one, but it's also not, because then we get into what actually makes a visual novel. Are we talking about like PNGs just talking to each other and then you see text? But a stronger comparison would be a walking simulator, but then you get people that go, oh, so then you're not doing much outside of just walking and talking. But you can also call it an adventure game. And then we get into semantics, and I don't know, like, I don't feel strongly one way or another. Game's good. Game is really fucking good. Just, weirdly enough, I was sort of expecting a fucking character action game because people were saying it's like Nier Automata, but there is no character action in this game, even though there are multiple moments that feel like, oh my god, this is gonna build up to a character action game, and it never does.
Just on visual novel.
There are multiple fucking times in this game where I swear to God, they are setting up to be continued for the next season, and then the game just keeps going. And it's like, okay. And then we get to the next point where it's like, this would be a really good moment to just end it right there and cut to be continued. But then they just keep going. It's like they do the fake outs like Nier Automata does, where, oh, you think you're done, you're not. It I want to say it's meta in that way, but everybody's doing that thing nowadays. I don't know, man. What a good fucking game. I have not been able to stop thinking about it since I finished it. So I got a friend to play it.
Oh, okay.
There's a second half to the story. So I got a friend to play it, right?
Uh-huh.
And within them starting the game out, the exact same 30 seconds that got me hooked on the game,
Mm-hmm.
I something strange happens where it's the same scene with no alterations, the same scene I've witnessed, except now that I have the context of what happens later, I
You're
am
just going. Oh.
I am standing up, like pointing at my screen, going, "You sons of bitches! You weren't even trying to hide it." Like, knowing what happens 5 hours from this exact scene, I am like calling out the developers, going, "You motherfuckers! Oh my god!" And then I get hit with that moment of my friend like walking forward a couple of steps and then turning the camera around and then aiming up, which is something I didn't do. And so I get to see something that I didn't originally like check when I was first starting the game, and I am hit with the just the feeling of, oh my fucking god. I literally can't watch my friend play through this game because there's stuff hidden for people that are replaying the game. Like, oh my fucking god, you sons of bitches!
It's like go through the game again with the contest. And you're like, oh.
Oh man,
Like,
what an experience! What a good game! What a good fucking game that is the gift that just continues to give.
just the gift that keeps on giving.
Man, indie games are so fucking cool.
Hmm?
Indie games.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like the fucking AAA industry is crashing and burning before our very eyes, and then like not to say that indie games are safer because like one bad
Oh
decision
no,
in a game can completely kill a company.
I'm pretty sure there's some stinker indie games around.
But oh my god, man! After playing Wani Hug That Gator and 1000xResist, it's like, dude, maybe I should be paying more attention to indie games. They seem to be popping off, and they have been popping off for the past 10 years.
They've been popping off. There's a lot of good ones. There's the really obvious ones that everybody knows about, but then you gotta go around and look for the more obscure ones. There was one that I like playing a lot. Ooh, but I can't remember the name now because it was one of the ones they gave away free for PlayStation. I can't even remember the name. God, I wish I could. It's been a while. Anyways.
So, okay.
Mhm.
So I played this game, and I have
Mhm.
that moment of realization of, holy shit, indie games are really fucking good. Like, what have I been
What is
missing out? I should like check more of these out. Holy shit.
I will look for a top 10 list?
No, I want the obscure shit.
Oh yeah, no, because here's the problem. You look for a top 10 list, and you're gonna be like, Shovel Knight,
Celeste,
so yeah, Celeste, fucking Cave Story on a Good Day,
uh,
and what was it?
Bloodstain. There's Slay the
There's no,
Spire.
there's the one that everybody's waiting for. You know the one.
Humor me.
Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight.
Oh yeah, Hollow Knight 2. That game doesn't exist.
Yeah.
There was the other one that recently got a Dead Souls.
Oh yeah, it was Castlevania kind of stuff. Yay.
Okay,
Castlevania.
so I want some of that obscure shit, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
damn, there might be some stuff here that I've just not been paying attention to because I have my particular niche, you have your niche.
Yep. You told me what you find out.
Yeah,
We'll see.
yeah. Okay, so
Hmm.
also I got a job, but that's less important to what we're talking about. It'll
Excuse
come.
the job. It's about this game.
It'll come out soon. It'll come up soon. I'll mention why I brung up. Jesus Christ. English as a second language. Oh my god. I'll explain why I brought up having a job soon. But give me a second, or maybe an hour. We're an hour
Okay.
in, by the way.
Oh, we're an hour in.
Yeah, it hasn't felt that way, but we're an hour in.
Hey, listen, I just remember like 20, 30 minutes of me going on a Blur in Final Fantasy.
Yeah, don't worry. When I eventually sit down to rehear this, listen to this, to make sure that there's no audio foibles, I'll let you know just how long you went on that tangent for. But it's okay. Hey, evergreen content. So the reason I bring up indie games is because this leads into what my title for this episode was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Gene, have you seen the news of the Square Enix plan to reorganize or restructure themselves? Yeah, restructure themselves.
Yeah, something about everything's multi-platform. Enough with this console exclusivity. And I'm not sure if obviously we fired the guys over at US and UK, EU, whatever. That's like another can of worms. And I'm not sure if there's anything else. There's probably more. Oh yeah, more quality games.
Do you know why that happened? Why they're restructuring themselves?
Am I allowed to take an educated guess?
You may.
Did something underperform horribly?
Well, you could say it's related. It's related, but it's not the game you think it is. I know what you're thinking of, but it's not that.
Okay.
if you, while I set the stage up, could you do me a favor and look up a list of every single Square Enix game released in the past 3 years? I'm pretty sure you could find it on Wiki with Square Enix releases, but
I
and, and
think I might have
yeah,
this going.
and if you could send me that list through Messenger. So there was that news last week that Capcom are the most profitable they've ever been in the past like 7 years. And then we went on that little search for what games have Capcom released in the past 7 years that got them to the point they are now. Obviously, RE7, Monster Hunter World, Street Fighter 6, Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Dragon's Dogma 2, so on, right?
Yep.
Okay. Pretty much games people want to play. Games people want to buy. High effort, high quality games that people actually want. Cool. All right. Oh, and released in a understandable time frame. Managed well. Like one year you have this team releasing the game they've been working on for the past 3 years. Then the next year you have the other team release their games that they've been working on for the past 3 years.
And multiple teams.
Yeah, and whenever a team finishes up with the project they're currently on, some stay a short amount of staff stay to help, release patches to like update the game and fix any
And
issues.
the other guys just either go work on a different game, help somebody else, take that big additional threat.
Exactly. So that's what Capcom's been doing, and they've been doing pretty well. And everybody else in Japan, all the other big developers, looked at that and went, "Huh, well that's interesting. I wonder what they did." And so they studied what they did. And now you get all these different articles about how all these different third-party Japanese companies are restructuring themselves to focus more on high-effort, high-quality games to be released in a moderately sustainable, like well-managed time frame.
Yeah.
Hey, did you send me that list I asked for, by the way?
I am looking for one, but for some reason they just stop at like 2008, or at least 2020 or 2019. I'm like, no, I know there were games in 2021 and 2022.
So I just looked up list of Square Enix video games. All right. Can I? Yep. All right.
You can put it by release year. Yeah.
I did that. All right. We're going down. We're in 2019. Where's 2024? Okay. All right. 2024. The most recent one is Saga Emerald Beyond. Hey Gene, do you play a Saga game? Do you play Saga games?
Bro, I've never heard of this game until now.
Okay. Then we have Dragon Quest Builders on Windows. I don't know if that's a PC port, but whatever.
Wait, Builders 1 or Builders 2?
Builders 1. I think that's a PC port, right? So, then we get Foam Stars, right?
Oh yeah, that game, sure.
Okay, then we get Ever Crisis, which is a mobile game. All right. So, Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince, Nintendo Switch exclusive. Then we get Star Ocean: The Second Story remake on everything, everything that matters. PC, Switch, and PlayStation 4 and 5. Okay. Then we get Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai: Infinite Strash. Okay.
I heard that one was don't.
Damn. All right. Dragon Quest Treasures, the PC port. Okay.
Yep.
Then we go up a little bit, right? We get Final Fantasy 16. We get the Live Alive remake. We get the Final Fantasy Pixel Remastered, Paranormal Side.
Probably a PlayStation release or like the multi-platform release.
All right. We stop. Here we stop. Right. We technically I want to stop at Live Alive. Live Alive.
Oh, Live Alive.
Okay. We start at Live Alive, and when we go up.
Okay.
Gene, did you play Live Alive?
Not even.
Do you know someone that played Live Alive?
Did you play it?
I played it. Okay, you know one person.
Yeah, that's one person.
So, did you play Octopath Traveler 2?
I haven't beat it one. That's the only reason. But yeah, I do know about Octopath 2.
Okay, you
I
know
do
about
know
it.
people who played it.
Okay, you know people that played it. Did you personally buy it? Yes or
No.
no? Okay, no. Do you know what Paranormal Site is?
No.
Okay, all right. Again, these are not Square Enix developed. These are Square Enix published.
Published. Mm-hmm.
I believe Octopath Traveler was by what? No, hold on. Octopath Traveler was Team Asano, right?
Yeah, isn't it the Bravely Default guys?
Yeah, exactly.
There you
All right.
go. Bravely Default 2, that was a game.
Forspoken.
Yeah.
We don't even need to talk about it.
Next.
You know what happened. I know what happened. This game released 2 days before Hi-Fi Rush and it died.
Wait, it came out 2 days before Hi-Fi Rush?
Yeah. It had no chance.
Oh, that is insane.
So, before Forspoken, we get Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII, which we know sold.
Yeah, of course.
Also, it's on everything.
Yeah.
So, then we get to the weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Quest Treasures, Nintendo Switch exclusive, which got a PC port like last year. We get Romancing Saga port. Mm-hmm. Did you play Romancing Saga?
No, I did not play Romancing Saga.
Then, before that, we get Tactics Ogre Reborn.
Yeah, no, not even.
Okay. Valkyrie Elysium.
Yes.
Oh, okay. You know about this one. Did you play it?
Yes, I do own it, and I played it.
Oh, hey. We got one. Cool.
We got one.
Then we get Harvestella.
I know about this game. I was always interested in playing it. I never got over to buying it.
I also know about this game, and I've heard people talk about this game that it has a really good story.
Really?
Wow.
I get that. Okay.
Before that, we get Star Ocean: The Divine Force.
I do have that.
Oh, you have that. I remember us talking about this game, me playing it for like 3 hours and just laughing and not wanting to play anymore.
I got through a lot of it. I still haven't beaten it though.
We get Triangle Strategy. We get stuff like Diofield Chronicles. We get Various Daylife. We get stuff like Voice of Cards, the Centennial Case, the Chrono Cross, Port, Modern Day Port, Stranger of Paradise, Chocobo GP, Babylon's Fall, and Final Fantasy VII Remake PC port.
2020. Wait, remake? Oh, okay.
Yeah, on December 16, 2021. Okay, so from 2021 to 2024, these are a lot of games that Square Enix has put out.
And how many of them have we actually heard about and cared?
How many of them are ports, and how many of them are like new releases?
Not that many.
There's a couple games that I know were published by Square Enix that are also not on this list, but pretty much the report came out that Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, and Foam Stars all failed to meet expectations.
Yep. Which apparently they did sell well, just not well enough.
Exactly. So then we get to the topic that is, well, did you turn a profit? They did. They did turn a profit. Okay. Did you recoup development costs? They did not. Because those weren't the only games that were being developed by them or released by them. Okay. All right. So, stuff like, again, past Stranger of Paradise, which they paid for somebody to make. Then we get starting from Various Day Life. Nobody bought this fucking game. It is considered one of the worst games they've released in the past couple of years. Theophil Chronicles. I have not heard a single person talk about this game. It's probably good.
I didn't even know this was a game. So there you go.
Yeah. Then we get Valkyrie Elysium.
I mean, I liked it.
Okay, cool. Can you tell me what the sales numbers were?
Shut up.
Can you tell me what the Metacritic or OpenCritic reviews scores are at?
Shut up.
Okay. Triangle Strategy is a game that, we know was good because people, talked about this game a lot when it came out.
Yep.
How much did it sell? I mean, it was on Switch exclusively, so it probably sold more than they were expecting.
Yeah, I know that one probably sold.
I wonder why. Star Ocean: The Divine Force.
Yeah,
I want to say this does not even break 1 million.
Ouch.
This game probably killed the franchise. Or at least it would have had it not been for
because
Star
you got
2.
the second chapter R. And
Exactly.
That was probably, that probably got greenlit when they went. Divine Force probably did something. Because if Divine Force hadn't done something, we probably wouldn't get second chapter R. So it had to have done something. This isn't Soul Calibur's dead. Never forget.
No, yeah, eventually in another episode, maybe we'll finally talk about fighting games.
What's a fighting game?
What's a fighting game? What is a meter burn? Anyway, so you get Star Ocean Divine Force, which nobody's fucking talking about. This game is sent out to die.
Only.
Just like Neo World Ends With You is also sent out to fucking die.
Oh yeah, no, that one.
So
whoever played the game loves it. Congratulations, there's 5 people.
I'm one of them.
Hello there. How's it feel to be a minority?
Gee, fuck off.
I'm gonna get canceled.
Then you get Harvestella. How much did it sell? I don't fucking know. Because nobody fucking talks about this game. And whenever somebody talks about this game, they only have good things to say. But
mind you, it was on Switch, so there's a good chance.
There's a good chance. But it's also a farm game that was revealed on that same fucking direct that they revealed a shit ton of other farm games.
Yeah, the farming game direct, you're right.
So, then you get Valkyrie Elysium, which who the fuck gives a shit about outside of anybody that played the original Valkyrie Profile games? Or even knows of them.
I didn't play the original Valkyrie Profile game.
How does it feel to be a minority?
It's hey, I'm special now.
By the way, to anybody listening to this and think we're going too hard on that minority joke, it's fine, we're both minorities, shut up. Then you get Tactics Ogre Reborn, which I know sold. It didn't sold over 2 million, but I know it sold. People were talking about this game when it came out. Well, mostly in relation to, man, they put this game out. When are they gonna put out a FFT remake? So take that how you will.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get Romancing Saga. Yeah.
There's no way actually have accurate numbers on what games sold, right?
I believe you can look it up on the chart of how much they sold the month they release.
But then after that, it just kind of
just
becomes
you
just don't know. Yeah, because it's Steam charts I'm not using that. No, listen, what is it? Yeah, look, all these people playing this game on this month or week. That's not a really good measurement for me. And that's only on Steam games. So there you go. Anyways.
So then you get Romancing Saga, which is a port of an SNES game. Then you get Dragon Quest Treasures on the Nintendo Switch, which it's Dragon Quest, so it's probably sold, and it's on the Switch, so it probably sold.
Of course, if it's Dragon Quest, it made money.
If it's on the Switch,
yeah, no, that's the double money button right there. Multiply it.
It's not guaranteed, but It does assure that if you're a pretty well-known developer and with a well-known IP and you release on the Switch, chances are you're probably gonna make a couple bucks. It's not assured.
I just saw Metacritic score for Elysium. Damn, just got shit on. Hey, I like it.
So then you get Final Fantasy VII Reunion, which again, Final Fantasy VII, you don't even need to ask. Obviously, it's sold.
It's gonna sell. It will sell, but it doesn't sell as. It won't sell as. You know what? There's like 50-50 views. Yeah, it's not gonna sell as much as we're like on everything else.
It's on Switch.
Wait, Reunion? Oh, Reunion's the Crisis Core one. I thought Reunion was Rebirth or whatever for a reason. Yeah. So yeah, no, that one probably sold.
Okay, then you get Forspoken, which the less said the better. One day, I'll sit down and play that game for myself.
Yeah, you can tell me because I won't. I know I won't.
Then you get Theater Rhythm, which is just a simple little rhythm game. It's on the Nintendo Switch. It probably sold the most there. It has its fans.
$10 budget, made easy money. Just reuse whatever we use for 3DS and put a few more soundtracks in there. We don't have Dragon Quest. We don't gotta pay that guy.
So, Octopath Traveler, do we have the sales number? Doesn't matter. It was on the Switch. Paranormal Sight. This game got good reviews when it came out. That's all I know. It got me to buy it.
Okay.
So I heard people talking a lot about this game.
Okay.
But outside of people that I heard, who the fuck even knows? Who the fuck even cares?
Yeah, no, I don't know what this game is.
Who the fuck is gonna buy Live Alive in the modern era? Outside of people that are interested in JRPGs or know about the story behind this game.
Yep.
Okay.
Because I saw it, I'm like, that looks like a game I can't be bothered.
So of all the games that we just talked about, right? Of all the games, how many, on a scale of 1 to 10, how many would you say you've heard?
About
heard
4?
Of. Okay, you've heard of 4. Of all the ones that I mentioned, Dio Field, Triangle Strategy, Various Day Life, like all these games that I just mentioned, you've heard of 4. Okay. How many of these games have you seen any marketing for? Outside of the Nintendo Direct they were revealed on.
Oh, we're not even counting Direct.
Okay. How many of these games? Wow. How many of these games have you heard any like influencer that you watch personally sit down and tell you, "Hey, this is pretty good. You should play this. I like this game."
Yeah, no, I think that's a.
How many of these games do you think sold over 100,000?
How many of these were on Switch again?
Okay, I feel like that's a really good stopping point on that. So pretty much Square Enix have been putting out a bunch of fucking like B tier, upper B tier, lower B tier games, right alongside their big AAA games, which is eating away at these people's fucking budget. There's only so much they can get from Final Fantasy XIV. There's only so much that game will carry them.
Listen, you basically, they put out 16, then like what? 6 months later they put out, or like 5 months later they put out 7. No, like that's back to back.
No. 16 came out June of last year.
Okay, so let's just select 9 months
ish.
7-ish.
Yeah, I get it. So anyway,
shut up.
So in between 16 and 7 Rebirth, you get stuff like Foam Stars, Star Ocean Remake, Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai, and the port of Dragon Quest Treasures.
There's like 2 good games on there and 2 games that probably didn't do shit.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Dai probably sold a lot. But from what I heard, Dai's just don't even. So it's like I don't even know where this one stands. The other Dragon Quest, okay, the other Dragon Quest game was a port. It came out on Switch first. So it probably came out over here now, and it probably sold little because, like, who cares at this point?
Yeah, because you get the PC port of Dragon Quest Treasures, and you get Dragon Quest Monsters on Switch. So this probably sold more than 1 million.
Probably.
Okay. Of these games, which one do you think made the biggest impact on their financials? Remember, Phone Stars. It's a very easy answer.
We're doing negative financial, right? Because if it's negative, it's Foam Stars. If we were doing positive, I was just going to say Dragon Quest.
Oh, no, they lost money. It's Foam Stars. Now, mind you...
So is Foam Stars dead yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
So, you get Foam Stars released this year, and it fell below sales expectations, which, Lamau, lol.
4 or 5.
What was it? Like 2 years ago, you get Babylon's Fall, which then died last year. That is 2 attempts at a live service game that have just done nothing.
Maybe just stick with 14 and stop doing.
Yeah.
Avengers was another one, right?
Oh God, I forgot. Right.
It was like maybe stick with, and then it started going like, wait a minute, Avengers.
Right, because then, because then Avengers fucking dies on the, like, what is it? 2 years before there was a story on how Avengers was dying, fucking Suicide Squad killed the Justice League was revealed, and it's like, oh boy. But we're not
remind me something real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so did the studio that make the Guardians of the Galaxy game, was that a Square Enix studio?
That was, and then they sold it. That was one of the studios that left.
Your only good game with that license, and you just sold it away. Why?
They didn't want their US developers anymore. They didn't want those studios. They sold them. They sold them for like basically a penny.
Just keep around the good ones and just let them make budget games, because at least they're making something.
And now we have Embracer Group that owns the studios that do Deus Ex and Legacy of Kain.
Didn't they also get Borderlands?
No, 2K bought themselves away from them.
Oh, okay.
Lamau. Then you have Crystal Dynamics, which were the Square Enix developers. That's at some point all this begins to blur. But yeah, Square Enix sold their US branch, not US branch, the Western developers studios over to Embracer. And Embracer's on fire. And they're closing down studios left and right.
Oh boy.
So that's fun.
It's like, oh, this is on fire, looks at Nintendo. Huh.
We're not. No, not again. So you get the story of Square Enix restructuring themselves. Hey, we brought it back. We're back to where we started. Because they put out way too many games that just didn't sell because, like, fucking duh.
Hey, question.
Yeah.
When did the last mainline Dragon Quest game came out?
Dragon Quest 11 Definitive Edition.
And when was that?
I was still in college at the time.
Can I get 12? Thank you.
No.
Come on.
No. Anyway, so they've been bleeding money because of these smaller budget games just release with zero to no marketing. And in the current state of the industry, you know, games are expensive. Did you know that? Games are really expensive to make.
I wonder why. So
they've just been losing money that they could have been, you know, putting on bigger projects that could sell more on ports for their biggest sellers. So it's like, okay, Square Enix sees what Capcom is doing, sees how much money they're making by focusing their efforts on, you know, their big titles. and letting developers like share tech and technology techniques, all this stuff in between projects. So they're like, all right, that's it, fuck it. We are going to heavily restructure our studios. We are going to focus heavily on our big titles. Do not expect any more middle title games from this company. Period. Maybe an occasional like surprise on a Nintendo Direct.
Maybe a port here and there.
Maybe a port here and there. But like multiple releases like last year, you're not gonna get something. You're not gonna get a year filled with Harvestella to various Daylight to Diofield Chronicle to Octopath Traveler 2 ever again. You're not gonna get that. They're not doing that again.
You'll probably get, I don't know, next year you get, let's just say next year, since we know what's coming this year. Next year, maybe you'll get, let's say, some Final Fantasy, some port, and maybe some other game, some other budget game. Then we'll go to next year. Something like that.
So sales are down, right? Sales are down, but they're still making enough money to keep running, to keep going. It's just that they need to,
they need to start making more money.
They need to start making more money and fast. And the quickest way to do that is let's not do these middle games and then not market them anymore. So we're not going to get something like Neo Worlds End With You. We're not going to get another. I mean, we just get an announcement? Actually, I don't know who the hell's making this game. We just got an announcement of a game that has Neo World Ends With You inside of it. That's not them. That's not Square Enix.
Oh, that's not.
That's not them. I think that's Furyu. That's the same publisher as Caligula Effect, oddly enough.
That's so weird. I'm like, where do you get this? Okay, that's funny.
It's somehow related to people that worked on Final Fantasy Versus 13. I don't fucking know. This is the true. This is the true Various Rex or whatever from Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know.
Man, remember Kingdom Hearts 4?
Anyway, so
yeah, but maybe Square should learn to not have their games have 7-year development cycles. That'd be nice.
It'd be nice if they could do the same thing they did for Rebirth, and as soon as the team finishes with one game, they
just start immediately working. Yeah,
it's almost as though keeping the same staff that knows how to use the engine proficiently to just have them keep making the game. Not fire people.
Hey, if it's worth something, they're definitely not firing their Japanese developers. That's for sure.
Haha. Speaking of that, so yeah, as a result, because of the restructuring, there's some departments over at Square Enix that are essentially getting shut down, and people are going to lose their jobs because that's the way the industry works.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get, in a completely unrelated note, we get the Take-Two CEO saying, we didn't shut down those studios. Earlier this month, Take-Two announced a cost reduction plan that included project cancellation, the layoffs of 5% of its workforce, and other spending cuts. I don't know if you play these games, Ollie Ollie World and Kerbal Space Program.
I do know about the other one.
Okay. Just straight up, we didn't close the studios down. The studios are still open, it's just that those people don't work there anymore. So they're closed.
I mean, well, it would depend on the context, because you can fire people from studio, yeah, but you can fire a few and it still leave
oh no, they're all gone.
On it.
They're all gone.
Oh, okay, so it's just there is a studio name, but there's nobody inside of it right now. Those chairs are empty.
Yeah, technically we still own those IPs, but it's just that nobody's going to work on them anymore. Nor are we going to put the assets to have people work on them anymore.
Oh, it's just probably, what's it called? Let somebody 12.
Yeah, you can do it.
What do you call it when you let somebody outside of your studios do something?
Outsourcing.
Yeah, just probably outsource the thing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because that works out so well for the Microsoft initiative.
Hey, but Microsoft are a bunch of idiots.
Hey, did you hear the news? Did you hear the news that the Perfect Dark remake is being worked on solely by Crystal Dynamics? And that
So is that
game,
good? Hmm?
and that game. Sorry for interrupting. And that game has no release date in sight, and that development is just cursed.
So that release is bad or just doesn't release at all? And I'm going for the latter because Microsoft is what are they even up to?
Okay, so again, referencing something we brought up last week that we didn't really think about much at the time.
Mhm.
Hey, G, you remember last week when we were talking about Hellblade 2 and how it was revealed back in 2020 and then we never saw it again? Well,
Yeah.
we kept watching trailers, but we never saw anything else.
Uh-huh.
So apparently, back when it was revealed, the only thing the developers had was the trailer.
Also, like, just the actual CG trailer. There wasn't even a game. There
Yeah,
wasn't even an idea at this point.
it was
Like
advertisement.
the Anthem trailer. Okay.
The Anthem trailer or the Outer Worlds 2 trailer, where the developers just straight up say, "We have not started working on this game, but we will eventually."
Underscore 6 is another one.
Lamau. So yeah, this game
Hey, I'm
just
not
shut
gonna
off.
lie.
Yeah.
If you haven't started working on your game, don't announce it. Just don't.
But then how do they get people to like send their resumes and have more people to work on this game?
Bro, just fucking if your game takes 10 years to come out, by year 4, I'm not giving a shit, alright? By year 9, I'm gonna be I remember, and by year 10, there's a like 40% chance I'm actually getting that. Just do it like Nintendo. Just announce game. It comes out sometime this year or next year, unless there's a horrible delay. Unless your name is Zelda or it's Metroid Prime, and I look at Metroid Prime like, no, I see what happened, so I can't even bitch about this.
I remember Shin Megami Tensei 5 getting announced the day the Switch was revealed, and that thing came out 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, right. Damn, wait.
Yeah.
So that thing came out like year 5 of Switch?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so listen, maybe don't do a Persona 5.
Ooh, that's a good one. Don't do a Neo where it was originally a PS2 game that was being worked on back in like 2004, 2005, and then it comes out like 10 years later.
Like, announce your game when it's about to go, I don't know, what, silver? I'm not even sure that's a term. Just announce your game when you're like 100% sure, like, yeah, we can probably get this out this year. Maybe a delay. Because, Christ, is it tiring.
Yeah, but then you don't get the marketing, and then like you don't get people going, "Oh, I'm gonna buy a console for that game."
Capcom announced their biggest title at the end of 2023, and it's coming 2025. That is like, there's like 14, maybe 16 months in between. And you know that game will sell. There is no excuse.
So,
I don't even have to mention it. You know which one it is.
So to bring this back a little bit, we were talking about how Hellblade 2 is on this list of upcoming Xbox games, and it might legit never come out, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We somehow missed the memo that Hellblade 2 comes out next week.
Yeah, it literally came out a week ago.
No, it comes out next week.
Oh wait, it didn't come out? I thought it came out last week. Oh boy.
No, it comes out next week.
Oh my god.
And there was no marketing, and people were like, "Wait a minute, doesn't this come out this month?" And suddenly the fucking Xbox and Ninja Theory Twitter start like, "Oh hey, now we're gonna start like heavily marketing the game." You mean that thing you should have been doing months ago?
Mm-hmm.
So that game's gonna come out. right? It's going to come out on Xbox. I don't know if it's coming out on PS5 or PS4. Probably not, but it's going to be on Steam.
It's gonna be on Great Press.
Do you know where that game, if you were to look at the Steam charts for, I want to say, pre-orders or bestsellers, you know what Hellblade 2 is?
Below the other Hellblade game, the older port, right?
It's number 264 on that list.
Yep.
You want to know what's at the top of that fucking list of bestsellers on Steam currently?
Go on.
All the Fallouts.
All right. All the Fallouts.
Yep.
That show did wonders.
That show did wonders for this fucking franchise. Now you have
franchise made by Todd Howard.
By Todd Howard. Just him. He's the only person that sat down and worked on the game.
1 and 2 including. Also New Vegas. That was totally him.
Totally.
Never got outsourced.
Never. They totally didn't try to kill the company that was making that game by rushing development so they could buy them out at a cheaper price and then kill them.
And somehow made a better game than they ever will. That was a thing.
What? Oh, what are you talking about? Obsidian might fucking die. I said this last week, but that company might actually fucking die. Do you know what company is going to fucking die?
Go on.
Ninja Theory.
Yeah, you're right. Like, just Hellblade's gonna come out. They're not gonna do numbers. Okay, there might be a little leeway on the fact that they got so much shit from Tango. They might be scared to do it again.
They're gonna do it again.
Oh boy.
Hey.
Well,
I think I'm pretty much done with Square Enix story of how they're gonna lay off some people, right?
Yeah.
We got the point. So Microsoft, right? Not to retread on old topics, but just to share a little bit. There was this little video that popped up that made the rounds this week about Matt Booty, the guy we were making fun of last week, talking to the developers over at Double Fine about how, hey, you shouldn't be worried about joining the Xbox team. We embrace creativity. Also, any idea you come up while you are working under Xbox?
Wait. Was this the video about they were talking? This was the Oddworld team.
No. This is, I don't know if Double Fine worked on Oddworld. This was the Psychonauts 2 team.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that video. That was as people were in the office looking at this. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, you could see souls like being sucked out of bodies in that video.
Yes. Like, oh my god, what is going on here?
So it's like, all right. Now we have that just there. We have the resident of Xbox, the lady, I forget her name, being asked about like, hey, so you've closed down Tango. Anything to say about that? And the first thing to come out of this woman is about this. The thing I love about the gaming industry,
red ass talk.
You did not hear the question. Like I get it. This is the most corporate answered corporate could approve of, but they just cannot stop. They just can't help themselves. If there is you ever watch Pacific Rim?
No.
Okay, so on Pacific Rim, they have this little counter that says days from kaiju attack, and it just keeps going down and down because every fucking day there's always a tragedy. They're always getting attacked until finally we get the one day where it's like nothing happened. We did it. We saved this place. Yay! Every single day, it's like we cannot go a single day without hearing something from Xbox.
days without Microsoft fucking up.
0. There's nothing. Like, there's no point. Every single day, there's something new.
Just stop. But no, they just keep doubling down. It's actually, it's both. It's like a train where you just can't stop looking, because it's both impressive on how they do it, but it's really sad. Like, why do you like this?
So, to bring back why what I wanted to call this episode and why I started talking about all these things, even like mentioning Xbox again.
Mm-hmm.
I want to mention one more thing before I share the title of this episode with you.
Mm-hmm.
Gene, did you ever play Grand Theft Auto 5?
Yes.
When did Grand Theft Auto 5 come out?
Oh boy, I was in high school.
Yep. That game
2013?
Yeah. 2012, 2013. Hey, that game was on the PS3 when it came out, remember?
Yeah. That game has gone on for 3 generations.
Yep. Did you see how much money Rockstar has made because of Grand Theft Auto 5? Not total sales. I'm talking the whole thing, like microtransactions, game sales, everything.
No, but I feel like it's gonna be a stupid amount.
Okay. So over the course of that game's life cycle, since the day it came out to, like, I'll say a month or two ago, Grand Theft Auto 5 has raked in $8 billion in revenue for the Rockstar. Hold. Why do I bring this up?
Go on.
It took this company, it took Rockstar 10 plus years to make $8 billion off one game.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard King for $77 billion. It took this one company 10 years to make 8. And these fuckers are paying. They're dead. They're dead.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is gonna go down as the worst purchase in history.
And I would like to remind you that this is Grand Theft Auto, not your basic bitch.
Yeah, no. This is not your basic bitch IP, right? This is not casual. Like this. Well, yeah, it is the most casual. This is not a Mario. This is not a Sonic. This is not a Final Fantasy. This is everybody plays Grand Theft Auto. Everybody fucking plays Grand Theft Auto.
Everybody knows Grand Theft Auto. And this is Grand Theft Auto. No, this is not even Grand Theft Auto 5 making the money. No. This is GTA Online making that money.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is on those fucking shark cards that just keep selling. This game has been supported for like 10 years. And they made $8 billion.
So clearly,
which is a lot.
They recouped development costs on that fucking game ages ago, right?
Of course, ages. They probably recouped it the day the game came out.
Yeah, you know what? Being honest,
A1. It's like the timer starts. The first second the game is allowed to be sold, they're just on the yachts already. They're just getting those yacht tickets. We're gone.
So that's Grand Theft Auto. 10 years for $8 billion.
This is 10 years for that. And mind you, they have Call of Duty.
Xbox.
And Call of Duty, you don't. Yeah, I will respect. I hate recent Call of Duty, but I will respect what they can do. But Call of Duty isn't making as much as Grand Theft Auto. No, you're still making your little $50 games because you keep reusing assets, and people are starting to get real tired of Call of Duty because you're just damn, I can't believe Modern Warfare 2 was a universal fuck this game for the first time in years.
So they have Blizzard, and Blizzard is, I won't say bleeding money, but who knows, honestly.
Hey, don't worry, they got that Overwatch league, right? Oh, wait.
Again, I honestly don't know, because Blizzard fans are just masochistic at this point. They just take whatever they want, whatever they can get.
I'll send you that video later, but there's a really nice story about how Overwatch somehow kickstarted esports. And look where it is at right now, which just is really impressive. I'll send you that video later.
Oh God.
What time is it?
Overwatch, Lamau. The Marvel Rivals is the Overwatch 2 killer.
No. Well, Brian, of course it's going to be a Overwatch killer. You're never going to hear anything bad about that game.
Right. Which is the story in of itself.
Brian, if I ever talk about this game, just mute me before I start talking bad about the game, because then we'll get arrested.
I miss Gundam Evolution.
Yeah, no, I miss Gundam Evolution. Can I get my new Gundam games? Like, come on,
You're gonna get Gundam Breaker in August. Just hold off till then.
You know what? That one's valid. As I look at new Gundam Breaker, I'm like, oh, that didn't happen.
Oh, fuck that thing. So, God, I keep saying so. I mean, that's what is it? Verbal tick.
Probably.
God damn it.
I say anyways once in a while.
Hey, remember that? Remember the old verbal tick I had?
You know, I think it's time we call it a day.
I'm glad you remember. Oh my fucking God. So yeah, 8 billion in 10 years. And these motherfuckers paid 77 billion pretty much just for one franchise. Yeah, they got Blizzard, right? They got King. Microsoft owns Candy Crush now. They own Overwatch. They own Bethesda. They'll make their money. Sure.
One day.
They'll make their money. You give them the benefit of the doubt, right? Surely having Crash Band, who am I kidding? Tony Hawk, who am I kidding? Spyro, Lamau. Titanfall, lol. No, Titanfall's EA. They're bleeding into each other.
Damn, don't even start me on EA.
They have Call of Duty. They got it. They got Call of Duty.
This wasn't the. I'm pretty sure they didn't even call it the Activision buyout. Oh, it was the Call of Duty buyout.
Yeah. They just want to Call of Duty.
No, and they're gonna put Call of Duty on Game Pass.
Hold. I'm getting it. So you give them the benefit of the doubt. You shouldn't, nor do you have to, because this company's gonna fucking die. But well, not Microsoft, Xbox, but still.
No. It's funny.
So
I mentioned this to my friend the other day. We're like, could you imagine a world where Microsoft shuts down Xbox? It shuts down Activision and all related IPs, and then suddenly it's just wait, World of Warcraft is owned by Blizzard, right?
Yeah.
Suddenly, World of Warcraft isn't there anymore, and Call of Duty isn't there anymore. Like, could you imagine that void?
What void? Fuck that. I want that world.
No, like, it's like, I want to see that world, yet I can't imagine it because it's so weird. Like, these top tier, I don't know, they're not top tier. Let's just say big hitters are just gone. And I'm like, huh? Oh, then Halo's dead. Damn, God bless Halo.
Lamau. Bungie's dying soon too, so it's like, hey. Anyway.
Destiny 3.
So it's like, okay, you give them the benefit of the doubt. They have Bethesda, they have Blizzard, they have Call of Duty, not even Activision, just Call of Duty. They'll probably make their money back somehow, and then reports start coming in about rumors that are heavily, being. I'm not gonna say, oh, this rumor is, for sure, but people pretty high up that are in the know are like, so Xbox has pretty much all but confirmed that they're putting the new Call of Duty on Game Pass day one.
Yep. Like, Ugh.
And no. But they're gonna change the way Game Pass works. They're gonna change the tiers to try and make their money back. It doesn't matter.
Wait, was that announced?
It's gonna be announced, maybe, possibly. That's the rumor going around right now.
We're gonna do Game Pass tiers?
They're changing the Game Pass tiers and how they work.
Oh boy. Hey, so here's your regular ass Xbox and 360 games. Here's your Xbox One games, and here's your Xbox releases. I would like to comment that having a subscription server that gives you new releases is both like, no, this is a bad idea. Like, hey, it sounds great on paper. No, this is an awful idea. You can't sustain your shit with this. You have Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi who? Hi-Fi who?
Hi-Fi who? Lo-Fi.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. now that I know I'm saying so many times, I'm actively trying to stop myself.
It's not Rush.
Yeah. Mano, they have this. They could have done it, right? The impossible dream might have been achieved. This company is going to die. Ninja Theory is going to close. So many people are going to get laid off.
We're about to lose Ninja Gaiden, and they're alive.
They're
alive.
That's not them.
Okay, so we're going to lose Ninja Gaiden then.
Did you think Ninja Theory did those?
Okay, it's because I saw freaking Ryu on that game, like, oh yeah, look, this. Okay. So, who the hell was there alive?
Wait, no. Wait a minute, hold on.
Okay. Well, why are we on this? Okay, who did who?
Because Tecmo Koei has a team called Ninja something. And yeah, Team Ninja. There's Team Ninja, and then there's Ninja Theory.
Somebody made Ninja Gaiden. Somebody made Dead or Alive.
Yeah. Team Ninja.
Somebody made Fire Emblem War, Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Okay, all the games you just mentioned are Team Ninja. That's Tecmo Koei. Ninja Theory worked on Heavenly Blade for the PS3. They worked on DMC Devil May Cry and Hellblade.
I wasn't sure. Wait, which one's? What was the last one?
Hellblade.
So Heavenly Blade,
DMC Devil May Cry,
and Hellblade.
Yeah, that I know of. Those are the games that I know of that they did.
Damn, nothing of value was lost. I thought these fuckers were the ones who made They're Alive and Ninja Gaiden. I'm like, oh wait, nothing of value was lost here.
No. That's
the fans of those games.
That's Team Ninja. Those franchises might be dead, but that's a completely unrelated story.
We get Warriors games, am I right?
Hey man, Team Ninja's doing great. They put out fucking Samurai Remnant last year. They're doing great.
Damn, I want a sequel to that game. Yeah, that was a game. Never gets mentioned in the Game Awards.
And nothing of value was lost.
I am just going full mask off. I'm like, wait,
these are people's jobs, dude.
Yeah, fuck them. Yeah, whatever. Get those fuckers out of here. They're fired. I'm like, damn.
Microsoft bought them? Damn. Best thing they've ever done, says Gene. Not me. Absolutely not me.
I was the one. I had the target on my head. Oh no, all 5 Hellblade fans are coming for me.
Ooh, boy. That one.
Oh no, here comes the 4 TNC fans.
I needed that. Oh my fuck. God, Gene. Coño, mano. Okay.
Here's my out-of-pocket moment. End the stream right there.
Not yet. We still haven't gotten to the title. I've been building this shit up the whole episode.
You've been building this title up for 2 hours. Come on.
It's a good build-up. Fuck you. I know how to tell a story.
I'm getting hungry now.
Fine. All right. This week is just a follow-up continuation of last week, which is in turn a continuation of so many people losing their jobs because this industry is on fire right now. Meanwhile, indie games are just popping off like crazy.
Indie games are having a nice time. Nintendo is getting their yacht money. Fucking Steam over there is like, well, fuck them.
We got
Sony,
we got the Steam Deck, and we're making money just being a storefront. Nobody cares.
They're fine.
Sony is
Sony, like, if you get Sony is one bad. Sony is right now has all the oil right there, and it's about to light on fire.
Oh no, dude! Did you hear the news that they're working? The rumor that they're working on a new portable PlayStation.
What?
Yeah.
Like, wait, so like, not like that little that one of
Nope.
those little shit, like an actual PSP number 3.
Yep. That is able to run PS4 games.
It's a Switch 2.
They're trying to compete with the Switch 2 again.
What are you trying to compete with? You're insane.
What? This man is losing his mind to the point his audio quality is dying.
What the fuck?
So that's a rumor. The other thing is that they made a bunch of money selling PS5s and a bunch of other cards. I don't care, man. I don't. I'm so done.
Like, in hindsight, Sony's not doing bad. They are making money. Just they're fucking idiots.
Oh, but hey, they recently announced they're working with what is it? The news article that came out recently that they're hiring for somebody to work on a new PS2 emulator because they're gonna release more PS2 classics on PS5.
You know, that's some good news. Maybe you put some online play in it. Come on.
Yeah, and
play fucking Tekken 4 or 5 online. Nobody's gonna give a shit. But hey,
so they're doing their own thing. Xbox is dying. Nintendo is we don't give a shit. We won.
I'll be there day one for that Switch too.
So with all the news of the layoffs that continued onto this week, I thought of a title before we started the podcast, like days ago.
Okay.
This is a neat little reference. Remember me talking about that game, my game of the year for this year?
Yeah.
What was the title again? If you can remember.
13X something? No, that's 13 Sentinels. Fuck.
Yeah.
It was X.
1000x Resist.
Okay.
The title for this episode is 1000x Layoffs.
Good night.